Hello and welcome back to the lesson. In this video, we're going to start discussing about operators in Python. And we're going to go ahead and start with arithmetic operators. Arithmetic operators are used with numeric values to perform common mathematical operations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus division, exponents, and flow divisions. Let's actually go ahead and start with addition. Let's say we have variable x, which is equals to 10. And let's say we have another variable called y, which is equals to 3. Now we're going to go ahead and use one of the arithmetic operators, which is the plus sign here, the addition, to add these two numbers. So let's come down below here and say print x plus y. As we all know, 10 plus 3, we're going to get 13. Actually, let me go ahead and take this up. Alright, let's go ahead and run our program. Yes, as you can see, we get 13 right here, 10 plus 3. Alright, let me actually adjust this a little bit, like so. Alright, so friend, that's basically how we use the arithmetic operators in Python. We basically use them with numeric values to perform common mathematical operations such as x plus y, 10 plus 3, which gave us 13 right here. So now let's actually go ahead and try the remaining operators. Let's say we wanted to subtract this time around. So let's say instead of plus, let's change the operator to minus. Now 10 minus 3, we're going to get 7 if I calculate it right. So let's actually go ahead and run our program. Yes, as you can see, 10 minus 3 gave us 7. Perfect. Now the same thing with our multiplication. Let's actually go ahead and use the multiplication symbol right here, the asterisk symbol. Actually, in the computer realm, we use the asterisk symbol to multiply numbers. So let's go ahead and try that. Let's say x multiplied by y, that is 10 times 3. Okay, 10 times 3 will give us 30. Let's actually go ahead and see for ourselves, run our program. Yes, as you can see, we got our 30. Alright, friend, that's for the multiplication. Let's go ahead and try the division operator. So as you can see, for division we use the forward slash. Alright, so let's go ahead and try that as well. Let's come over here and say x divided by y, that is 10 divided by 3. I think our answer should be around 3.33 something. So let's go ahead and run our program. Yes, as you can see, we get 3.33333, a floating point number, a number with decimal point. Let's actually try changing the value of x to, let's say, 12. And now if we run our program, we're going to get 4.0 because 12 divided by 3 is, of course, 4. And as you can see, the result for our normal division right here using forward slash is always in a floating point number, which is a number with decimal point, a number with fractional path. So let's go ahead and take our x back to 10. And now we're going to go ahead and try the modulus operator. So now let's actually go ahead and say instead of forward slash, the division operator, let's go ahead and say we wanted to use the modulus operator. So the modulus operator is actually a type of division that actually returns the remainder of a division. As you saw in our previous example, when we used the forward slash, the normal division symbol, to divide 10 by 3, we got 3.333 something. That means we have a remainder. So modulus division is basically a division that returns only the remainder of a division. So let's actually go ahead and run our program. Now that we say x modulus y, that is 10 modulus 3. It's going to give us 1 because there will be a remainder of 1. So let's actually go ahead and run our program to see ourselves. Now if you say run, as you can see, we got 1. So let me actually go ahead and clarify even more. So the way the modulus operator works in this our case is it went ahead to check how many times can 3 goes into 10. 3 can of course go into 10 3 times, remainder 1. So as I've told you, the modulus operator is only interested in the remainder of a division. So it gave us 1, it gave us the remainder. Now let's go ahead and change the value of 10 to 12. Now, how many times can 3 goes into 12? We all know that 3 can goes into 12 4 times. So there is no remainder now. So our answer will be, of course you guessed it right, 0. So let's go ahead and run our program to see for ourselves. As you can see, we got 0 because 3 can goes into 12 4 times with no remainder. So that's the modulus operator right here. Now let's go ahead and move to the exponent operator. So to specify the power of a number, we use the double asterisk as the exponent. So let's go ahead and do that. Now let's go ahead and say x exponent y. That is 10. Let's actually go ahead and take our x back to 10. 10 exponent 3, which is equivalent to, let's actually go ahead and write an example right here. So it's going to be something like this: 10 exponent 3, which is the same thing as 10 times 10 times 10, like so. So 10 times 10 is 100, 100 times 10 is 1000, so which is going to be 1000, and our result should be 1000 because the double asterisk right here have as an exponent 10 to the power of 3. So now let's go ahead and run our program. Yes, as you can see, we have our 1000 right here. Alright, and for the last but not least, which is the float division, let's go ahead and exemplify that as well. So let's go ahead and say wanted to use the float division. So basically the idea behind float division is that it is actually a kind of division that rounds down our result to the nearest whole number. For instance, let's say the result of our division is 2.5, for instance. So if the result of our division is 2.5, the float division will round it down to 2 to the nearest whole number. It is going to truncate the floating point part and give us a whole number. So in float division, it is going to be just 2, like so. So let's actually go ahead and see that for ourselves. Now remember, earlier when we used the normal division, 10 divided by 3, we got around 3.33 something. Let's actually go ahead and run that again, as you can see. But using the float division now, we're going to get only 3 because it is going to round down our result to the nearest whole number, which is 3 in this example. So let's actually go ahead and run our program this time around using the float division. Let's say run. As you can see, we got 3. Perfect. So this is basically the idea behind the float division. It actually rounds down our result to the nearest whole number. Let me actually cite one more example. Let's say we want to change our value of x to 15 and our value of y to 2, like so. And using the normal division, we're going to get 7.5, I believe. So let's go ahead and run this. Yes, as you can see, 7.5. And now if we use the float division, we're going to get 7 because it's going to round the result down to the nearest whole number, which in this case is 7. So let's go ahead and run our program. And yes, we got our 7 right here. So friend, that's basically all about the arithmetic operators in Python. We basically use them to perform common mathematical operation using numeric values in Python. So I hope you enjoyed the lesson and that everything is clear to you, and I will see you in the next one.